So this is my ambush earth water deck, or earth water ambush deck. The main idea is to have a lot of ninjas that have ambush as a characteristic and to, take advantage of it. Also, another criteria is no hand cost. Like, trying to make sure a lot of the ninjas I use have no hand cost. Also, a lot of the ninjas having at least 5 power, 6 power, 4 power, that type of stuff. The bigger the numbers, the better. So we got a couple tech cards in here that helps out with the ambush engine. Choji, use your turn 0. Source of the power. When this ninja is sent out to attack, you can discard the top card of your deck to your chakra area. In that case, this ninja gets +1 power, +0 support, and cannot be affected by the effect of your opponent's ninjas during that turn. So that's decent. Obviously, this is how you start filling up your chakra area with ambush ninjas, preferably. So you can start deploying the ninjas from your chakra area as opposed to deploying ninjas from your hand. Turn 0 to help you sift through your cards and stuff, and get to specific ninjas that you want to get to, as well as you want to get to your missions. The way this deck is going to work, you don't mind discarding your ambush ninjas to the discard pile, because you'll put them back into your chakra area later on with some other card effects that you'll see soon. So she has Flashpoint. When this ninja is put into play, draw a card, then discard a card, and then of course you could Flashpoint her, so that way every turn she'll come back at the start of your turn, and she'll trigger her effect of letting you draw a card, then discard a card. So there's another tech card, draw engine. Then we got your turn 1, Karen. She has ambush, so that's part of why she's in there, but also she helps you heal your ninjas so you can keep them on the field longer, obviously. By moving one of your opponent's cards in the discard pile to the chakra area, you can heal one of your other ninjas. But the main thing is that, she has ambush, so obviously she works in the deck strategy. Then we got another ambush ninja, turn 2, Mahiru. Lightning speed. When this ninja is put into play, you can change one of your opponent's ninjas with an entrance cost of 0 to injured status. So that's always good for, weakening your opponent's squads, teams. Because you definitely, want to make their team powers smaller or less, so that way you can take advantage of that. Or if you use a card that deals damage, injuring the ninja, and then dealing damage after the fact, will help you get rid of the ninja, right? Here's another ambush ninja, turn 2. Dowsing. During your mission phase, you can reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a ninja card with an ambush and water symbol, you can move it to your chakra area, then shuffle your deck. If not, or you decide not to put it into your chakra area, just return it to the top of your deck. So this is essentially another version of a Choji, just a way of deliberately putting ambush ninjas into your chakra area, so that way you can deploy them from your chakra area. So that's always good. Anbu, the Foundation. He's your 3-drop. He has ambush, of course. The Will of the Foundation. When this ninja is put into play, remove all the cards in each player's discard pile from the game. That's pretty dangerous, right? And valid. Each time a card is discarded to the discard pile, it is removed from the game instead. So it's a really good tech card against any graveyard based strategy decks. This deck, of course, is graveyard based as well, but you get to choose when you play this and when you don't play this, obviously. So once you put it out there, you can trigger the effect. So it's good to have something you can just play when you need to get rid of something from your opponent's graveyard, especially if they have a a engine or some type of strategy or method for reusing stuff in their graveyard, I mean the discard pile, you use this to get rid of it, obviously. Turn 3, Ambush Ninja, Invisible Hunter. When this ninja is put into play, you can change one of your opponent's ninjas with an interest cost of 1 to interest status. You see, he has 4 power. So we get to, he has Ambush, he has 5 power, and he's a 3-drop. When this ninja attacks, discard one of your opponent's chakra, so that's useful to control your opponent's chakra, so it makes it harder for them to play jutsus. Plus it's useful against maybe another ambush deck, you know, in case you go up against a deck that uses a lot of ambush ninjas, then you can use this effect against it. When this ninja blocks, look at the top card of your deck and move it to the top or bottom of your deck. And of course, that helps you, control your draws, especially for when you're drawing for Otaro's ability, or for what's his name again? Or for if you're triggering Ruga's ability to manipulate the top of your deck. It's useful. Here's another ambush with 5 power, 3-drop. This ninja card cannot be charged from your hand, so you have to charge them from your either from the top of your deck, obviously through a Choji or Renju's ability, or from your graveyard. And then when this ninja is deployed by the effect of ambush, place a ninja blade coin symbolizing a state 2 coin on him. Valid while this ninja has a state 2 coin on it, this ninja gets state 2. The effect cannot be negated. That's not too important, you're not really going to care much for that. It's the fact that he's a 5 power ambush is all you really care about. Then we have Momochi, Younger Days. He's a 4-drop, 6 power. Emotionless. When this ninja team wins any victory, you can injure one opposing back ninja. So you can, start dealing damage to your opponent's support ninjas from their teams, especially if you combo it with the other ninja. Let me see where he's at real quick. With any of your other ninjas that have the abilities like Mahiru, Taisiki, these have the ability to injure ninjas, so you'll deliberately injure the back ninjas, and then you'll battle. You have Zabuza do his thing to help you injure more of your opponent's back ninjas, so that would be easier to take them out through certain card effects. Definitely weakening the team. It's all about making sure your teams are always stronger than your opponent, so you can always win victories. You definitely want to win outstanding victories, because that's 2 battle rewards for outstanding victories. Then we got, when this ninja's team wins any battle reward, you can discard 1 in-play non-ninja card. So this is good for getting rid of permanent mission cards. So, gotta love that. Then we have Kabuto, Recycling. He has 5 power, he's a 4-drop. During your mission phase, you can charge 1 card with a water symbol. In that case, you can deploy 1 ninja card from your discard pile during this turn. That's very useful. So obviously you'll use this to help you deploy most of your ninjas that are in your discard pile, and do all types of cool stuff. That's part of why is the usefulness of being able to put stuff in your chakra area that have ambush, because then you can always deploy them, but also being able to bring stuff back from the graveyard, especially when you're blocking a lot with your ninjas and they're getting injured, and they're getting injured through your opponent's jutsus or missions or ninja effects. You know, that would be a problem once you're losing field advantage, where your opponent's building up their forces, you're losing your forces. So the ability to bring them back is always useful, so that way you can make sure your forces stay growing. Then we have Sasuke Uchiha. His initial attack: valid. When this ninja is put into play, search your deck for 2 cards and move them to your chakra area. Then shuffle your deck. So good. And he has 6 power as a 4-drop. Obviously, you play him and grab any 2 ambush ninjas of your choosing, put them into your chakra area, and then just start doing whatever you want. So 6 powers. That's always good. You can obviously use his ability to go get you a Zabuza Momochi, which would be good to go grab. You can go grab Sugetsu, and of course you can, if you want to hurry up and start doing the engine thing, you can start getting your Ruga, but also definitely you want to get your Kirin, so you can heal your ninjas and keep them on board and start building up your forces. Another tech card. This actually has 1 hand cost, but you'll just use a copy of himself to play him. Copy of himself to play him, or you use a Leaf Council, because you see it has lightning, and then a good book, since it has 0 hand cost, you can play it, but since it's lightning, it will help you out, obviously, in playing Killer B. So you'll definitely be able to play Killer B. Killer B has the attack remission ability, where you pay 0 chakra to move 1 card from your discard pile to your chakra area. And he has also, if you have 8 or more chakra, when this ninja wins any battle rewards during this turn, you win 1 battle reward. So it's a way of dealing more damage, getting more battle rewards. But the main thing is paying 0 chakra to move a card from your discard pile to your chakra area, which mainly is going to be a ambush ninja, so that we can deploy them. So here's the missions. A good book. Turn 1, 0 hand cost. It's a permanent. Exchange of jutsu or mission phase. Remove a card in your hand from the game. Move up to 2 cards that share at least 1 symbol with the remove card from your discard pile to your chakra area. And since this deck is mostly water and earth, so if you banish a water ninja or water card, you can put into your chakra area 2 water cards, which will more likely be the ambush ninjas, because the idea is to reuse them. We have the Leaf Council with 3-drop, 1 hand cost. You'll mainly be paying water, obviously, for the 1 hand cost. You can apply one of these effects. Search your deck for 1 fire ninja with an instant cost less than the your turn marker. Reveal it, then move it to your hand. You're really not going to be using that effect, but you do have Sasuke Uchiha as an option for that effect. And he's the only one that actually has the added attribute of fire, so you can obviously use this to search him out. The main use for this card is the second effect, which is deploy 1 ninja card from your discard pile, so the ability to reuse your ninjas is always useful. And then the third ability is draw 2 cards, then move 1 card from your hand to your chakra area. That's another ability you can take advantage of. So interesting enough, you can't use all 3. Just mainly the second effect and third effect are the ones you'll mainly try to use. And then moving on, another card to bring back your ambush ninjas. This has 0 hand cost. It's a 4-drop. Move 1 ninja card with ambush in your discard pile to your chakra area. And of course you can deploy it for your chakra area, so it's almost like just playing it straight from your grave discard pile to the field, right? So it's very good. And then that's 48 cards. And the last 2 cards of the deck is Knight's Attack, because this jutsu can be used even when it is in your chakra area. So that's, obviously useful. It goes with the whole chakra strategy. You pay 2 of any chakra energy. Target your user of this jutsu. They usually gets +2/+2 during this turn. So it's a good way it's a good reusable way of boosting your ninjas, especially during exchange of jutsus. So this will be a very reliable and reusable jutsu. The fact that what's his name, Killer Bee, the fact that Killer Bee says move 1 card from your discard pile to check area, obviously you can use this effect to put, Night Attack back into your chakra area if for some reason, it ends up being discarded for some reason, maybe through a card effect, through a ninja's effect, and your opponent makes you discard this jutsu. That you can use Killer Bee to put it back, to put it in the chakra area, and then you can use it from your chakra area, right? And I didn't actually spend any time doing anything with the reinforcement deck, but there probably would have been a couple of things I could have added.